Avengers! Assemble.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's the Preventers, you guys. Welcome back to another Mall Feature Fight video. Today we're here with the ultimate guide for you guys on the 50% off on all uniforms that we have for this Black Friday. So here we're going to break it down in a couple categories here, from seasonal, legendary battle uniforms, a risk in buying them, PvE or PvP sort of meta, and then of course right below that I'm also going to add in supports and leaderships. So basically this is how we're going to break it down. If the uniform is good for PvP, it's going to go in this category. If it's good for PvE, it's going to go in this category. If it's a good support or leadership, it's going to go here, of course. If it's a risk, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. If it's a legendary battle uniform, meaning you can get a CTP or premium card if you buy this uniform, this is the category it'll go under. And of course, all the seasonal uniforms will be going under here because they won't be available. And I do get this question a lot. When can I buy this uniform? Or can I buy this uniform during Black Friday? And basically, this tier list here will answer all your guys' questions, I hope, for this uniform sale this Black Friday. So let's hop straight on into it without further ado. All right, so first off, we're going to start with seasonal here. We're going to go from probably, some of these are ranked in order, some of these aren't, so take it with a light grain of salt. I think I messed around with a couple of them, some of them I didn't, but we're going to start placing down here. So of course, Groot is a Christmas uniform, Deadpool is a April Fool's uniform. Next up, we have Iceman, who is a summer uniform. Then we have Gwenpool, who's another April Fool's uniform. If I can place her down in the correct spot. There we go. Then we have Squirrel Girl, who is going to be another April Fool's uniform. We have Magica, who's going to be a Christmas uniform. If I can find her, where is she at? There she is. Next up, we have, sorry about that. Next up, we have Mysterio, who unfortunately cannot be acquired right now either. He is another April Fool's uniform. And then Sin is going to be a Halloween one, of course, that recently just happened. That one just passed, so if you missed that, then that's unfortunate because it literally just passed. Same with Morgan Le Fay. She's also going to be Halloween. Then coming up, we have Christmas, of course, and we have White Fox's uniform included in that, along with Black Cat, who's really good support. And then we have Summer Storm coming in here next up, if I can find. There she is. So now we get into the tier 4s. Storm's going to be, of course, Summer, like I said. Thanos is going to go ahead and be April Fool's, so you can't actually get him right now. Luna is going to be another Summer. It's probably one of the most unfortunate ones here. Actually, the rest of these are pretty unfortunate that they're not on sale right now. Luna, of course, for Summer. Ghost Rider for Halloween. And then we, of course, have ourselves Black Bolt for Halloween as well. And then last but certainly not least, Magneto for Christmas. So yeah, these are all the seasonal uniforms. These are all the uniforms that you're sort of not going to be able to get your hands on right now because they're not available. They're not on sale. Like I said, I just wanted to make it crystal clear because I know I do get that question a lot. Then the Legendary Battle uniforms, we're going to have Iron Man, which you can buy to get a premium card. Thor, which you can also buy to get a premium card. Loki, you can also get a premium card for, and then I believe Hela and Giant Man here can be bought to actually get your hands on a CTP. So I believe Hela is an energy CTP, and Giant Man is actually a selector CTP. But of course, some of these you're gonna have to buy the Legendary Battle. These three right here, Thor, Loki, and Hela, the reason why I put them together is because you actually don't have to buy the Legendary Battle for those. So it actually comes in pretty handy. But for Iron Man and the Giant Man, you're going to have to buy the Infinity War Legendary Battle, and you have to buy the Ant-Man and the Wasp Battle to get your hands on those, that premium card and that CTP, just so we're clear. Next up, we're going in the risk category. Honestly, this category is the one that hurt me the most to put together because it just kind of shows you all the characters that have come through this year or in the past years and have slowly fallen off. And we're kind of just waiting and hoping that some of them will get their time to shine. Some have had their time to shine for a while now, like this one. And we're kind of okay for now that they're not in the meta. And we kind of know that they're risky. But I'm going to break down every single one of these here on why they're a risky take if you're trying to buy them right after we sort of place them all here. So then I have my thoughts sort of arranged a little better. We've got 3 more here. So Namor, Shadow Shell, and then Star-Lord. Where is he at? There he is. Okay, so let's break this down. So first of all, Rocky Raccoon, probably the most disappointing uniform of this year. I don't really think there needs to be an explanation there. I mean, he's only a good, well, not even a good, a decent support to Star-Lord, who of course is in this category as well. And that's basically it. He has no damage and no support to the rest of the Guardians, which, yeah, sucks. Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, he's actually really good support for Ghost Rider, but if you don't have Ghost Rider, then he's that's basically it. He's not good for anything else. If we get Human Torch in the future, then he'll have some time to shine again. But for now, he's just Ghost Rider. And that's why he's in the risk category, because if you don't have Ghost Rider, then he kind of sucks. So, yeah. Thor Jane Foster just kind of fell off. She had decent leadership for and support for Thor, but now Thor can sort of use his own leadership with his artifact, so you don't really need Jane. And of course, her damage is nothing compared to low 80s, so there's no need for her in the meta anymore. Shang-Chi is still a decent uniform, actually. He has a decent leadership, and his damage is okay. But the thing with Shang-Chi is that he should have an appearance very soon in the MCU, so he should have another uniform coming in. So I'm hoping that is the case, and that's true, because I'd love to see Shang-Chi come back in the meta. But yeah, he'd definitely be risky taking him on. Ms. Marvel Kamala Khan, honestly, this uniform was just a complete skip, just because of the fact that it's not that much different from her last uniform. I'm sure she's going to get a tier 4 and a brand new uniform in this upcoming year. So for Ms. Marvel Kamala Khan fans, I'd just hold out and wait a little bit longer. I wouldn't buy this uniform right now. Scarlet Witch literally just got replaced by Captain Marvel down here. So she's now in the risk category. If you have Captain Marvel, then there's literally no point in picking up Scarlet Witch. Next up is Emma Frost here. She was really good for PvP. Now she's just kind of too expensive, and there's a lot of better alternatives for characters with Reflect. And that's kind of what puts her here now in the risk category, unfortunately, for her. But her and Scarlet Witch kind of put together here too, because they both had their time to shine in the meta for a while, I feel like. And I feel like these two characters are characters we're okay with being out of the meta for now, but that we would like to see something in the future with them to see them make their comeback. Next up here is the tier 4s. We have Ant-Man, of course, pretty self-explanatory. I mean, he has a good DPS, but the problem is he's in such a niche category. It doesn't fit ABX or ABL, and all he's really used for is World Boss Legend. And nowadays, a just World Boss Legend character doesn't really cut it unless you're the best World Boss Legend character. So, Professor X, kind of the same thing too. Fell off the ABX, ABL, and got replaced pretty easily, and didn't really do much replacing when he came in. And sort of same thing with Ant-Man, just a World Boss Legend character, but doesn't cut it. Namor is still good, especially if you don't have Doc Ock built. But Doc Ock is definitely the cheaper and better option over Namor, just because he's higher DPS than ABX ABL, and he's cheaper. He's not a premium character like Namor is. So that pretty much sums that up. Shadow Shell is a decent alternative to Luna Snow, but the thing is, when you have someone like Gwen, who's a better alternative, then that's what puts her in the risk category. Like, I don't know if you really want to buy this if you already have Gwen, because it's not going to be much of a difference. Gwen's going to be better. And then, of course, if you have Luna, then why are you even looking at buying this uniform? Next is Star-Lord. I still think he's good. A lot of people don't give him enough credit. Maybe that's just because I haven't met tier 4, but his leadership's pretty good. Obviously, for tier 4, it's not what you're looking for, though. His damage is still decent. He does have a little bit of survivability issues, so if you don't have that tier 4 like I do, then you're probably going to struggle using him a lot, which is just unfortunate because I do have a lot of fun using him. But yeah, other than that, he doesn't really do anything in ABX and ABL anymore. He's been replaced, obviously, so that sort of sums him up. And that's pretty much the risk category. I'd basically say, like, with this category right here, for the buyers to sort of beware of deciding to buy any of these, that these are not viable, and that you could be looking at wasting a lot of your crystals here if you buy any of these. So next up, we're into the support and leaders. This is another category. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll sort of break it down a little quicker this time, though, because we spent a lot of time in the risk category here. But we, of course, have Nick Fury and Shuri, who are great supports. Nick Fury has a great leadership as well. I would put this in any sort of particular category. I've also heard some stuff about Nick Fury that people think he's going to get another uniform very soon. So I would maybe consider putting him in the risk category at the top. But because we have a support leadership category, I'm still going to keep him here. I still think he's a really good leadership and support, but I can sort of see where some people are coming from, thinking that he's going to get another uniform soon and get that one replaced. So I would say that one is a little bit of a risk factor in buying his. But then the rest of the category is pretty explanatory. Shuri, great support. You can use her jogger uniform, but this one's going to be overall better. Sif is nothing without her uniform, so if you don't have this, it's a must-have. Same with Riri here and Angela. Both the uniforms are going to be great. Valkyrie is always a great support. Her uniform is going to be pretty necessary for her too. Taskmaster is 100% a must-have. So I'd say Angela, Taskmaster, and Sif. If you don't have their uniforms and you have them built as supports, those three characters must have their uniforms to perform well as a support. And then we, of course, have Ebony and Proxima still staying strong here, even though being here for a while. Still some good supports. And then She-Hulk has probably one of the best leaderships in the game. So that's why she's also in this category. Now, moving on to PvE now. We're going to put all the PvE bosses. These categories up here are not put into any particular order. I'm literally just placing them down. No particular order whatsoever. So don't take that as Miles is better than Odin or something like that. You know, I think you guys know what I mean. All right. So next up here, we got Goblin, Doc Ock, and then last but not least, Thor, which some people think Thor's fallen off. I still think he's good, but let's break it down. So Captain Marvel, obviously ABX, ABL. Doctor Strange, great for War Boss Legend, decent for GBR. Black Panther, obviously replacing Moon Knight in ABX and ABL. And then Cable, ABX, ABL, of course. Miles, a great DPS for War Boss Legend. Beast, pretty much in War Boss Legend. Odin, good for ABX, ABL, and as well as War Boss Legend. Gwen, of course, is kind of a hard character to put here because Luna would definitely be here if Luna wasn't a seasonal uniform. But if you didn't get Luna, then Gwen's your next best option for now. But I do think she has a little bit of risk because I could see them giving us a free-to-play speed female very soon, considering we've already had Black Widow, Shadow Shell, Gwen, and then now Luna in like a span of a year. That's like 4 of them. I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to go give us a 5th one to replace Gwen eventually. So I'd say she's a little bit of a risk, but she's still really good, especially if you don't have Luna. Green Goblin, of course, for ABX, ABL. Surprisingly, actually the only non-tier 4 character up here, which is wild. Good on Goblin, still keeping that niche category there of speed supervillain and keeping it going. It's great. I know nobody's really mad about that, so yeah, if you don't have him, I would definitely pick him up. Then we have Doc Ock, like I was saying earlier, better than ABX, ABL, War Boss Legend, GBR, basically everything than Namor. So he's, of course, going to be up here. Thor, some people are arguing that he could be a risk now. I still think he's one of the best free-to-play options as an auto farmer. The next best options are, of course, Magneto and Jean, but both of those characters are very expensive. So if you're looking for a free-to-play option, Thor's still the best for auto farming, and that's why I'm still going to keep him up in the PvE category here instead of putting him as a risk. Yeah, he has fallen off in ABX, ABL, and World Boss Legend, but that auto farming feature is so niche to only 3 characters, and him being the easiest to acquire, in my heart at least, still puts him in the PvE meta sort of category. I could have labeled these like meta, I guess, if you guys really want me to, but PvE meta, PvP meta, basically. And so then we start with the PvP. Last category here, we have Adam, of course, Gene, and Wolverine. No order in particular here with these 3, but these 3 are definitely the top PvE characters in the game right now. If you're not running these 3 characters for timeline battle, you're probably flexing in either a Spider-Man or Ancient one instead, but these 3 are by far like the best setup that you can have. And then, of course, we have other characters that are really good for Otherworld battle and to substitute for these characters when they get banned as well, with Carnage, Hulk, and then Strife coming in here and sneaking in on this list. But yeah, that's pretty much my breakdown, guys, for the all 50% off uniform sale for Black Friday. I hope this helped you guys decide which uniforms to buy. Good luck, and make the most of all those crystals you've been saving. Don't let it go to waste by spending it all on the risk category here. Definitely make sure you're spending it on one of these other 4 categories and making it the most of your crystals, guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, as always, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, guys. We'll see you on the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out.